Spain's F-18M Hornet aircraft had a face-off with Russia's Su-30 aircraft. This was a small interception conducted by Spanish F-18 aircraft over the Baltic region. It is said that Spain's F-18 aircraft fly from Šiauliai Air Base in Lithuania, and at that time they were operating from there. As you know, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, their air forces have basically nothing. But they are part of the NATO alliance. They only have trainer aircraft and helicopters in their air forces. These three Baltic countries do not possess fighter jets. Because of this, other NATO countries send their fighter jets for Baltic air policing, i.e., under the BAP framework. Turkey's fighter jets also come here. So today, my thought is that the Spanish F-18 aircraft were on duty here, and they were doing air policing in this region. Some Su-30 aircraft, which belonged to the Russian Navy, came near the Baltic airspace. But they did not breach NATO airspace. They were flying inside international airspace. They were basically near NATO's border. So these Spanish F-18 aircraft, because Spain's defense forces released images, can be seen that these Su-30 aircraft belong to the Russian Navy, not to the Russian Air Force. Live air-to-air missiles were fitted on these aircraft. Cluster munitions were being carried by these aircraft on operational patrols. What made this encounter unusual was the mixed weapons configuration carried by the Su-30SM2S. Instead of typical air-to-air missiles, the fighters were armed with Kh-31 anti-radiation missiles, RBK-500 cluster bombs. This suggests the aircraft were configured primarily for air-to-ground and suppression missions, not air combat. The Kh-31 is specifically designed to destroy radars and air defense systems, indicating a potential focus on S-80 suppression of enemy air defenses. This was not a training flight or anything. If some incidents happen, it is said that these Russian units perform high-radiance passes over the Baltic region. Now, how capable is this Su-30 aircraft? It is quite a capable aircraft. You can say that the most capable fighter jet of the Russian Navy is the Su-30, and now the Russian Navy has upgraded it to the Su-30SM standard. Its avionics have improved. These aircraft are fitted with the Su-35L41F1 engine, which improves thrust and fuel efficiency. You can say it is comparable to fifth-generation engines. This engine is the world's first operational engine with a 3D thrust vectoring control system. So it is a very capable aircraft. Spain's F-18 aircraft are very old now. Spain sent 10 F-18 aircraft to the Baltic region last November. Before that, some of Spain's Eurofighter aircraft were also doing air policing in the Baltic region, but they were very old. Their operational range is quite low compared to Su-30 aircraft. Their avionics are also very old. They have mechanically scanned air radars installed, and their sensor suites are quite small. Spain's F-18 aircraft are older variants, not Super Hornets. Super Hornets, compared to these old F-18 aircraft, are about 20% bigger overall. They can carry more weapons, their dimensions are larger, they can carry more fuel, and thus their range is higher. These older F-18 aircraft Spain is currently using are smaller compared to modern F-18 aircraft. Compared to the Su-30 aircraft that Russia is using, they are considered smaller aircraft in the heavyweight category. Currently, Russia produces 4 types of fighter jets. Su-30SM2, a multi-role aircraft. Su-34M, a strike fighter, comparable to Su-30, but more expensive. Su-35S, an air superiority fighter, about 60% more expensive than Su-30 and more costly to manufacture. Su-57, whose cost is double that of an Su-30SM2, you can buy 2 Su-30SM2 aircraft for the cost of one Su-57. Su-57, Su-30, Su-34, and Su-35 are all advanced derivatives of the Su-27. Compared to the Su-27, they have more range and larger sensor suites. You can even say their sensor suites are bigger than Spain's F-18 aircraft. Recently, Russia has also improved its Su-30SM missiles, upgrading them to the Su-30SM variant. So you can say that Spain's F-18 aircraft are slightly inferior compared to Russian Su-30 aircraft. Although Western technology has always been better than Russian technology, basically, it depends. But still, in this competition, Russian aircraft seem slightly better to me. Spain also wants to change these aircraft, and Spain has invested in the Future Combat Air System (FCAS) program together with France. But you may remember that Dassault aviation executives said that the 2040 milestone of this program will be reached in 2050, by which time China and the USA will have advanced far ahead. Europeans are quite behind. I just saw on the internet that the J-36 aircraft, maybe the third or fourth prototype, has now started flying. So you can estimate how fast China is progressing compared to the USA. The first prototype of the F-47 of the USA has not been seen yet, but China's J-36 is already on its third prototype. This shows China's speed. Spain is also trying to join the F-35 program, especially to replace its old 25 F-18 Hornet aircraft. Spain's Navy also has some AV-8B Harrier II aircraft operational, around 25 in number. Spain wants to replace them with 50 new F-35A aircraft. Definitely, this is needed, because operating so many old F-18 and Harrier II aircraft is not beneficial either in combat or in cost. Guys, if you enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel, that way more people will find this video and it really helps the channel. Comment what do you think about this interception?